Good afternoon, everyone. We are broadcasting live from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Puck has just dropped in the first period. Sorry I'm a little bit late getting the equipment set up, but I am in a perfect spot for filming. I'm up in this crow's nest and can really get a clear picture of the game. So, Penguins playing Philly, and Bukovic picks it up from the corner. She sends it up the boards, and Philly passes it across the center. That's stopped by Staub, and Staub starts taking it up the ice, and Lewis is joining her. Philly gets that puck off, sends it up into the neutral zone. In goes Obik right away to send it back the other way. Philly still gains control of the puck. And nice work from Shannon to come back and pick that up. And whistle blow offside, and the puck will be dropped just outside the Penguin zone here. Looks like we have Howe in net. It is 13:41 in the first, 0-0 hockey game. Puck is dropped. In chases right away, Stock to go get the puck, and the puck starts going back the other way. And Philly sends it ahead, and there's a foot race now, and that's going to be an icing. But good pressure speed from Morisic to catch that puck just in case. I'm going to just try and lift the camera up here. See if I can get above that corner. Puck is dropped. Goes right out of the zone, but Kiesel picks it up. She sends it up and sends it back up the other way. Philly sends it out into the zone. Nice work by Kiesel again. She sends it into the zone, and that allows for a dump and chase. Philly D picks it up right away, sends it up the boards, and in chases Hugen. Gets it over towards Zivkovic, and Zivkovic trying to get control of it. Philly now starts taking it back up the ice, and they start driving back up the other way. Chased now by Kiesel, and supported by Morisic out front. Kiesel putting pressure on, gets it over. Oh, puck does go out front. Now Morisic starts driving that back up the ice, and she sends it into the Philly zone. That's going to allow few new Penguins to come out. Philly starts taking that back around, sends the puck up the boards. There goes Obik. Obik trying to get a shot towards the net. And Philly starts coming back up around. Philly comes out of the zone. And Philly takes around the net, trying to look for some open ice there. And nice block there by Obik. Obik gets it over towards Franis. Philly does keep it in, though. And nice play by Bukovic. She sends it over to the weak side, gets it out of the zone. Philly starts taking it back in again. Nice check by Obik again. And Obik starts driving up the ice. She's supported on the weak side by Adamoski. And Philly gets control. They try to get that out of the zone. That's kept in nicely by Bukovic. Bukovic, a little back and forth there. And Bukovic stops that advance. But it does sneak out, so Obik comes back, picks it up. And Obik chips it up the boards. Philly starts coming down the other way. Shot towards Howe, off her head, and that deflects the backside. Puck goes back to the D. D shot. That gets deflected in front, stopped by, looks like Bukovic, and that now allows an opportunity for Dixon to start driving that up the ice. Puck does sneak out. Oh, this is a bit of a hard angle to try and see here. And now Kiesel takes it up around, sends it back towards, nice pass back towards Adamoski. Adamoski shot that gets caught in shin pads, and Philly starts taking this back the other way. Oh, nice step up in the play by Morisic. She gets that over towards Adamoski. Adamoski over towards Shannon. Girls playing really well here. Philly does get it out into the zone. Shannon does take it over to the weak side. Oh, this is going to be an offside play. But nice thought. So 9:06 left in the first period. And it looks like one shot on goal for Philly. I'd have to say this is one of the best arenas I've ever been in. It's just fantastic. There's no netting. They have an Ethernet, so it's wired internet. It's a broadcaster's dream. So thank you to Westchester or Philly for the nice arena. So Philly gets control of the puck. They're going to be offside, and the puck will be dropped just outside the zone. Puck is dropped. Shannon gets that over to the side. Now goes up. Goes back to the Philly D. The D to D pass, and they start driving that in. Philly starts driving that in. Drives that all the way to Howe, and that ends up going through her 5-hole. Makes that a 1-0 game for Philadelphia. Shannon facing off. Shannon tries to get the puck back. Philly does get control, and Morisic sends that out of the zone, and that's going to be an offside, and the puck will be pulled just outside the Philly zone. Oh, they said there was an intentional offside, so I think puck brought to the center line. Lewis goes into back check. Philly does still keep control of the puck, but it did slow them down. And Philly tries to get back to their D. Stick check from Shannon. They shoot to the net, and Kiesel with a nice play. Kiesel taking that out of the zone. Kiesel knocked down. Morisic battling at the side here. Morisic gets that over towards Shannon. Shannon to the outside. Shot towards the net. Howe with the save, and she pounces on the puck. .7:48 left in the first period. 1-0. Welcome to my 17 viewers. We are in, looks like the ice arena of the Philadelphia Junior Flyers. So this would be their UPMC Mario Lemieux Arena. So nice area. We took some time this morning to visit Philadelphia. Had some of the cheesesteaks from Gino's and Pat's, and had some pretzels. So Philly, always fun to visit. Penguins trying to get that out. They do get that out over the line. And Philly now regrouping. Some battling here. And Philly does break it into the zone. And they do get that out. Now Philly chips that up. And that goes all the way into the zone. That's picked up now by Bukovic. Bukovic driving that up the ice. Bukovic does get that out over the blue. And Philly does a D-to-D pass. Philly moving the puck really well here. Bukovic out of the zone again. Another D-to-D pass. And chased by Zivkovic. Zivkovic and also Hugen putting good pressure on here. Obik sends it back out into the zone. D-to-D pass. And they start taking that back in. Zivkovic putting a lot of good pressure. She keeps the player to the outside. Puck goes back to Bukovic. Bukovic takes it around behind the net, and she starts driving that up the ice. Sends that over towards Hugen. Hugen driving that up the ice. Hugen supported by Zivkovic. Hugen driving that in, and Philly sends it around the boards. Philly now. Obik trying to step up and take that off the Philly player. And now Philly driving all the way in and shot. Howe with the save. And puck will be dropped just outside the zone. And it is 5:59 left in the first period. 4 shots on goal for Philly and for the Junior Flyers. And Penguins scores 1-0. Puck is dropped. Now Adamoski starts bringing that up. Philly stops that. Nice shot from the point, and that gets deflected wide. Another shot on Howe. Howe freezes it. Puck will be dropped just to the right of Howe at 5:38 left in the first. Puck is dropped. That was Morisic getting that up towards Adamoski. Philly does send that back in. And now the puck is sent out of the zone, and this looks like this will result in an offside. Or, icing. Dixon chips a puck ahead. She's working with Franis. Dixon working together. Franis sends it over to Adamoski. And they do get out of the zone, but Philly sends it back in for an offside call. One nothing for Philly. It's 5:08 left in the first. Dixon gets it over right away to Kiesel. Kiesel gets that back to Franis. Franis back up towards Kiesel. Kiesel driving that in. Kiesel shot towards the net here. Puck loose up top of the house. And Philly does start bringing that back up the other way. Now foot race. Nice back check by Adamoski. Adamoski with the save, and Howe with the save, but really good back check speed by Adamowski coming in, doing that back check, even though they had that breakaway. So she had really closed the gap there. So puck is dropped and gets over to the side. Up comes Staub. Staub sends it over towards Shannon, and Philly starts taking this back in. Shannon chipping it up towards the board. Shannon battling there. Really good battle. She chips it up out of the zone, and Philly D-to-D pass, and they send that into the zone. Great work by Shannon again. Gets that out into the zone, putting pressure on the D. And puck now comes back towards Lewis. Lewis trying to get that over towards Staub. And now Bukovic trying to chip that out. That's stopped by the D. D-to-D pass. And they shoot that in. The puck does sneak out a little bit. So that'll be an offside at 3:43 left in the first. Puck is dropped. Some battling here at the side. Kiesel getting the puck up with Shannon. Philly stops the advance. They send that back out to their neutral zone. And now nice pressure there from Morisic. She keeps the Philly player to the outside. And in goes Staub to go help out. Philly does send that out front. And nice block by Kiesel. And stops a shot onto Howe, and Kiesel starts driving up the ice. Kiesel gets the puck in, and Shannon goes in to go pick it up. Now Philly starts bringing that back out. Philly, Morisic trying to keep the Philly player to the outside, and Philly comes across the top there and gets the puck in. So top of the crease, Deke past Howe, so 2-0 for Philly. 2:52 left in the first period. Facing off, Zivkovic. We have Stock on wing here. Zivkovic trying to get that over towards Stock. That gets picked up by Philly. Some battling here in the corner. And Zivkovic sends that to the far side of the ice. They drive in. And now comes back Obik. Obik chipping that up the boards towards Hugen. And Philly sends it back in. Puck comes back, picked up now by Obik. Obik chipping it up the boards, stopped by Philly. And Philly sends it back in. Obik now chips it up the boards again. And Hugen is there. And Hugen tries to send that out of the zone. That gets stopped by the D, and D gets a shot, and Howe makes a save, goes to the side. Now chip up the boards. Here goes Stock. Stock driving that up with support from Zivkovic and backup support from Hugen. And they start driving shot towards the net, and that goes to the side. And Philly starts taking this back up the other way. Philly driving this back up the ice. Shot towards the net. That taps the post. Puck comes back. Howe deflects that to the side with her stick and picks up Bukovic. Bukovic, they're driving that up. She's supported with Dixon, and Bukovic driving that up the ice. And Bukovic takes that wide. She tries to cut back, and then Deke. And Philly does get control of that, and Philly starts taking this back the other way. Philly driving this up the ice. And nice stick check there, but Philly still does retain control. But good work by Bukovic, keeping the player to the outside. Philly shot towards Howe. Howe with a save. Howe with another save. Pad save. And Hugan gets that to the outside. Goes back to the D. D to D pass for Philly. Philly with a shot. Howe stops. And puck goes back to the side. Philly D picks it up. And sends that in the other way. And in goes Bukovic to go pick that up. Bukovic. Now comes up Hugan. Hugan driving that up the ice with Stock. And Hugan, and this is going to be an offside call. It's Dixon facing off, and on wing is Franis and Adamoski. Dixon chips it ahead. This is picked up by the Philly D. Philly D starts driving this up the ice. And that is the end of the first period. So good first period, I would say. And girls had some opportunities that they were getting the puck up the ice. So Coach just talking to the girls right now. We are back for the puck drop of the second period. You can see Shannon here, standing out far, waiting for a pass, I think. And if Zivkova kicks it ahead, Shannon will be gone. So puck is dropped. Puck does get back to Kiesel. Kiesel tries to get out of the zone. That's deflected back in. Picked up now by Morasek. Morasek sends that around the boards. Oh, up towards. That gets stopped by Philly. Philly sends that across the front of the crease and almost a shot off there. Philly keeps the puck in at the side. In goes Kiesel to go get the puck. Kiesel up towards Zivkovic. And now girls do get that out. And they try to bring that up the ice. This is Staub driving this up the ice into the zone. That's stopped, and Zivkovic tries to take that in, and that's offside. Puck is dropped. Puck goes ahead. That's Dixon. Chips that ahead. And Philly now chips that up the ice. And Philly starts taking that back up the ice and chips that into the boards. In goes Morasek to try and pick that up. Morasek chips that up the boards towards Franis. Franis Now up towards Dixon, and Dixon sends that down towards the goalie, and that is going to make the first shot of the game. And Philly now battling at the side here. They get that puck over, and Philly starts taking it back. Nice back check by Kiesel. Kiesel gets control of that puck, sends that over towards Franis, and they start taking that back in the other way. Puck comes over towards Dixon. Dixon trying to send that towards the net. That's stopped by the Philly D. Dixon again with another shot. And 10:08 left in the second, so we got some shots towards the net already. This is great. So guessing coach probably said try to get any shots. Any shots to the net are going to be good. And facing off is Shannon. Shannon signaling to her D. Obik on D, and looks like Bukovic on the other side. Left deep. Philly gets that back to the side there. And Philly trying to break this out. Sends that back to their D. Their D trying to get that out of the zone. It does sneak out of the zone. Nice work from Shannon here. She sends it in, but results in an offside. Intentional offside results means puck has to be dropped at center. Shannon chips out ahead. Shannon going up with Staub, and Shannon trying to get that over to Staub. Staub going in, shot towards the net, and great team effort there. And nice shot on net. That makes the third shot. So 11 shots to 3 for Philly, and Philly up 2-0. Philly starts driving this up the ice. Tried to take that wide around Obik. They do get around, and they start driving. Shot towards Howe. Howe drops, big save, and tries to deflect that to the outside, and goes over towards Obik. Obik trying to get that out of the zone. Shannon chipping that up the ice. Shannon driving up. Shannon stopped at the blue line. She saw an offside, so she takes it wide and tries to drive that in. Puck comes back out. Philly sends the puck back out. Now Bukovic going in to go pick that up. Bukovic beats that puck to the blue line, allows the play to continue. She chipping that up towards the board, and that does sneak out of the play. Now chased by Staub, and Philly starts taking that back in the other way. Philly driving that towards the net. Shot. Howe with a stick save, trying to wrap around. Howe getting to that other post. Bukovic sending that around the boards. It does sneak out into the neutral zone, and all the Philly players have to clear. Philly player waits. She sends that in. In goes Bukovic to go pick that up. Bukovic chips that around the board. She's knocked down. In goes Staub. Staub sends that out of the zone, and girls trying to take that up. Zivkovic chips that up into the Philly zone, and Philly picks that up. Philly driving that up the ice, and Philly end to end, and shot and bar down on Howe, so it makes the third goal. 7:40 left in the second. So 3-0, Philadelphia versus Penguins. Zivkovic sends that over to the side. Kiesel Goes in. Kiesel trying to chip that up the boards. That's now stopped. And offside. The puck will come back outside the zone. So we'll have a special guest in the second intermission if they don't play the music. And we'll have our special guest commentating on adding some color, what he thinks needs to be done. Puck comes out. And Philly starts taking that back in. Puck comes out, D-to-D pass, but nice interception by Shannon. She gets it out into the zone, and Philly sends it back in, and that results in an offside play. Penguins get the puck up the neutral zone. That was Franis. And Philly gets control of that puck. This is a hard view to do. And Philly starts taking that back in. And Philly player cuts back. And nice work by Vukovic to keep the player to the outside. Philly tried to shoot towards Howe. That's deflected to the outside. Comes up Vukovic. Vukovic chips that up the boards. And Vukovic chips again up to the boards. And Philly now intercepts that. She tries to get that back to the D for a shot. D shot! And that just goes wide. She was nice long ice pass, which is the hardest for the goalies. And now Philly trying to take that around the outside. Nice block by Franis and blocks that shot. Obik now picks that up behind the net. Obik trying to, nice stick handle by Obik. She gets it over to the side and she starts driving that up the ice. And in goes Vukovic. Vukovic chips that out and that's kept in. Obik trying to get that up towards Franis. Back to Obik. Obik still trying to get that out. Philly keep doing a good job of keeping that in. Vukovic sends that over to the weak side. Philly does keep that in, though, the Philly D. Vukovic now bringing that around the outside. Vukovic chips that up the boards, trying to get that up towards Franis. And comes back to Obik. Obik over towards Adamoski. Adamoski now breaking out of the zone. She starts driving up with support from Dixon. And Philly keeps that puck to the outside. Adamoski keeps that puck in. And Philly D trying to break out. Now, nice pressure there from Franis. Franis putting pressure on. And Philly now brings that puck up. Chips that to the outside. Pressure from Obik. In goes Vukovic to help out. And, Vukovic with a great interception of that pass. She keeps that to the outside and gets that over towards Dixon. Dixon now breaking that up towards Shannon. Shannon driving that up towards the net and shot. Big pad save by the Philly goalie. Again, Dixon with a shot towards the net. Gets Shannon back. Another shot towards the net. And that goes wide. Some exciting play here. And nice pressure. Another shot towards the net. And that was from Dixon. And Philly trying hard to get that puck out now. There's a lot of pressure there they felt on that shift. And Philly now breaking that up. And Philly driving that up towards the ice. And Philly with a shot. Oh, Howe got a piece of that on her glove, but it did deflect to the outside, so making that a 4-0 game. So great pressure there from the Penguins, and doing well. 3:23 left in this second period. 16 shots to 5, and 4 to 4. Shannon gets that over to the side. Shannon gets that over towards Staub. Staub driving that in. Nice chip up the boards there. That's Kiesel. Kiesel keeps that in. And Kiesel trying to get that back to the outside. Now, picked up now by Shannon. Shannon driving that back in. Shannon tries to shoot that over towards the goalie. And 2:52 left in this period. And Philly starts bringing that back up the other way. Philly driving that up the ice. Nice back check there by Morisic. And Philly sends that to the top of the net, making that 5-0. So our D actually did a good job with the back check, following the player, trying to keep the player to the outside. But she was super good skater and able to get around. But I think keep trying, girls. Keep trying. So Zivkovic facing off here. And Hugan on wing, and also on the other wing is Lucy. Puck goes back to Bukovic. Bukovic chips that up the boards. Puck goes back to the outside. Hugan chips that up the boards. That's stopped by the D. D tries to shoot that in. That shot is stopped by Bukovic. And strong shot to the back of the net. And makes that 6-0 for Junior Flyers. 2:04 left in the second period. $18 shots to 5. Puck goes back to Bukovic. Bukovic chips that up the boards. Stark chipping that up the ice. And Philly trying to bring that in. Shot across the front, and pass doesn't make it quite through. Zivkovic now driving that up the ice. Zivkovic chips that up the ice. And coach is saying, go, go, go. And actually that chipped off the board, shot right on net, and that allows the Penguins to get a change. And we got 1:20 left in the second period. And we'll try to get a special guest on the second period. We'll see how this works. Franis facing off here. Franis chips it to the outside. And Philly's starting to take that back in. Kiesel with a nice stick check. That does stop the advance. They do shoot, and that goes through 5-hole on Howe, and makes that a 7-0 hockey game. So Philly with the really, really fast shots today. Not giving much time. So this is good practice for the team. Facing off, here's Dixon. Dixon with support from Franis and Adamoski. Puck goes back to the point to Kiesel. Kiesel chips it up. Last minute of the period. Philly chips that back in. So another shot on net there. Hal made the first save, but the rebound, the girl got, the Philly player got the second shot back in, making that 8-0. Dixon facing off. Dixon gets over to the side. Towards Adamoski. Chips up. Now Kiesel trying to chip that over towards Franis. Franis sending that up the ice. That's blocked by the Flyers. Last 7 seconds. Flyers trying to get last shot here. And shot towards the net, and that's blocked by Howe. Keep strong. Don't worry about it. Keep coming out of your net. Hey, Elliot. Hey, I'll interview you. I'll interview you on TV. Okay, let me ask you some questions. Okay. So we have our special guest here is Howe, and is Elliot Howe, Ashley's brother. What do you think of the game so far, Elliot? What? Oh, there he waves. Elliot, what do you think? Oh, Elliot, say something.
Hi.
Hi, Elliot says hi to everybody. And Elliot, what needs to be done?
We need to get more goals.
Okay, so that's good. And anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for tuning in, Elliot. Thank you for watching the game.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye, Elliot. Okay, the puck dropped now of the third period. And Penguins get that puck out. And going in the side, Obek behind the net. Obek trying to, she falls down. The other Philly player falls down. And some battling inside behind the net there. Lewis brings that puck out. Lewis trying to race towards that puck, chips that up the boards, and results in a D-to-D pass of Philly. Philly driving that in. Shot towards the net. Along the ice shot, and that's how one of the goals was scored. That one went wide. And nice keep out there by Bukovic. Penguins do get that puck out, and now chased by Morisic, and she pressures the D's. The D does D-to-D pass, and in comes Stomp to keep the puck in. Philly does break that puck out, goes back out to Obek. Obek trying to cut back, get some space, and some battling there at the side. Philly does a D pass. They start driving that back up the neutral zone. And some battling here at the side. Nice pass out towards Lewis. And Flyers break in, but that's an offside call. Puck will be dropped just outside the zone at 9:45 left in the third period. Puck comes back out, shot towards the net. Stock picks that up. And Philly trying to keep that puck in and takes that to the outside. Puck comes back to the outside. Shannon there now trying to break that puck out, chips it up the board. She battles the D, and the D keeps it in. And in supporting is Hugan, and Hugan helps. And Philly chips that puck in. Now goes Shannon, picks that puck up behind the net. Shannon chipping that up out of the boards. That's kept in by the D. D chips that back in. In goes Kiesel to go pick that up. Kiesel has that outside here. Sends that up the boards. That gets stopped by the point. And D to D pass for Philly. Shot towards the net. Gets stopped in traffic. And Kiesel trying to send that out of the zone. Goes over towards Zivkovic. Zivkovic trying to send that out of the zone. The girls trying now to break out, but Philly doing quite a job keeping that back in. Now Kiesel going up. Kiesel does get that out of the zone. And so all Philly has to clear. And Philly now starts breaking that back in. Shannon goes, picks it up behind the net. Shannon chips that up boards, and Zivkovic chips. Philly sends that back in. Now that gets picked up by Kiesel trying to bring that out. And Philly does keep that in. Now comes in Kiesel. Kiesel taking some time to bring this out. Philly does make a change, so it does allow some room. So Kiesel now starting to bring that up. Kiesel knocked down. In goes Shannon to try and get it going back the other way. And Philly sends that back in. 7:15 left in the third period. 8-0 for Flyers. Zivkovic, some good work there. And gain the Philly D, keep it in. D to D pass. And D doing a good job moving the puck around. In goes Shannon to try and battle. It's over towards Stock, and there's going to be a penalty here. And this is going to be on Philly, maybe. I think on Philly. In goes Shannon. Shannon, stick handling up. Shot, and goes right to the back of the net. And opening the score of the game for the Penguins. And Shannon with a great play there. And girls celebrating here. And really good effort there. And that was a delayed penalty call. So making that 8-1. Puck is dropped. Dixon chips it up towards Dixon. Drives in. Goes back. Obik chips it up. Goes to Dixon. Philly trying to drive that around. Philly driving that around. And
Penguins goal. Number 93, Kate Shannon. The assist. Number 10, Claire Dixon. Time of the goal, 5:32.
so it was Dixon to Shannon on that last goal. So really good effort by the whole team actually, because they took some effort breaking that out. And Philly now breaking that puck back in. And shot towards Howe. That save. Rebound out at the top of the house. Another shot towards Howe, and Howe pounces on that puck and saves that. 22 shots to 8 for Philly. Obik sends that puck up. Does get caught by the deep. Results in D-to-D pass. And now Obik picks that back up. Obik chipping that up towards the boards. And Philly does keep that in. In goes Dixon, though, to try and send that up towards Adam. And Adamowski sends it out into the neutral zone. Philly sends that back in. In goes Obik to go pick that up. She chips that up the boards towards Franis. Franis trying to get that over. And nice stick handle work there by Bukovic. And Bukovic breaking out. Bukovic. Stick check by Philly, but Bukovic does keep control of the puck, and she chips that in, and in chases Adamowski. Nice stop by Obik. Stops the puck from getting to the Philly player and stops the offense. Now Franis battling at the side here. Franis battling with 3 Philly players. Dixon goes in to help, gets it over towards Adamowski, and Philly chips that back in. In goes Bukovic to go pick that up. She takes that over towards the weak side. And nice stick handle work there by Bukovic. And stick check by the Philly player. Obik chips that up towards Dixon. Dixon now. She sees Adamowski over on the far side and does get over to Franis. Franis to Adamowski to Dixon. And Dixon driving that up. Kept in by Obik. Obik shot towards the net. And that's picked up by Philly. Some really good action, good work there by the girls. Each supporting each other, moving the puck up the ice. Philly does get that puck out to the top of the house. And but that's deflected. And now here goes Dixon. Dixon driving the in and shot towards the net. And in goes, look like trying to see, that was Kiesel going in to try and get that rebound. So some great effort. 3:19 left in the third period. So Staub facing off, and looks like Staub's going to change with Morisic, and we have Lewis on the outside. Puck goes back to Kiesel. Kiesel shot towards the net. That gets stopped by another shot, and Morisic trying to get it back out from behind the net. Philly now chips that up. Morisic battling in the corner here, and Shannon keeps it in at the point. Shannon backhands it back in. And in chases Staub. But the puck does go back to Shannon. Shannon trying to send that across the ice. And out goes now Shannon picks that up again. Shannon driving that up the ice. Shannon taking that wide, supported now by, has Lewis with her. Lewis at the top of the net. And Philly does get that puck back out. Now picked up by Kiesel. Kiesel chips that up the boards towards up. Back towards Kiesel. Kiesel driving that up. Now Lewis trying to get that back towards Kiesel. And Philly starts taking that in. Nice pressure from Shannon. Caused a failed pass, actually. So that was thanks to pressure from Shannon on D. Now Shannon picks that up from the side. And Shannon driving that up the ice with support from Lewis. Shannon backhands over. Deflected off the skates. And Staub. Morisic chips that back in. Philly starts bringing that back out. Nice stick check there by Kiesel. Kiesel over to Shannon, and Philly keeps that in. Last minute of the game. Trying to chip up the board there, Morisic. And Philly keeps that puck in. Puck comes up. That's a trip. And looks like that will be the first penalty of the game in the last 30 seconds of the game. So here's the scoreboard so everybody can see. Going to do a minute 30. And 8-1, so 22 shots to 9. So actually the girls have done a great job getting shots on net for the second and third period. Puck is dropped. Hugan, we got 30 seconds of this power play. And there's Lucy. Lucy driving that up the ice now. Lucy gets that over towards Zivkovic. And they start taking that back the other way. Nice chip over there by, that was Hugan. And Obik. Obik gets control of that puck there. And Philly trying to get that back to point. And that is the end of the game. So, girls having some great competition here from the Flyers. And everybody coming in to give good encouragement. And the usual stick salute during COVID times. And here's the Philly team as well. Thank you very much, Philly. We enjoyed the competition. Thank you, everyone, and stay tuned for my next game. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And see you a bit later at our later game. Thank you.